Grade 8, Chapter 3, Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. You must be familiar with many plastic articles used every day. Plastic is a polymer. The word plastic originates from Greek word plastikaios, which means that it can be molded or shaped. The fact that the plastic is easily moldable and it can be shaped in any form, because the plastic can be recycled, reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets or made into wires. That's why it finds such a variety of uses. All plastics do not have a same type of arrangement of small units. In some, it is like a linear type of arrangements. In some polymers, it may be a branched type. In some polymers, it is cross-linked, and also we have network type of arrangement also. Next, we are going to see about some popular types of plastics. We have two types of plastics. One is thermoplastic, another one is a thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastic means the plastic which can be deformed and bent easily on heating are known as thermoplastics. These thermoplastic are often used for manufacturing toys, combs and various types of containers. We have two examples for this thermoplastics. One is polyethylene and PVC. Polyethylene. It is commonly used for making a plastic bags. The term is made up of poly and ethene. Poly means many, ethene is the monomer of polyethylene. Next, come to the PVC. PVC, the full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. It is a strong but lightweight plastic. It can be rigid, so that only we can use it in constructions, or it is also flexible because we are used for making bottles, and we are used for packing we are used in a non-food packaging also, and bank cards. It can be made softer and more flexible by adding a plasticides, which can be used for plumbing, flooring, imitation leather, electrical cable, insulation, inflatable products as a rubber alternative, etc. Next, come to the thermosetting plastics. Plastics that cannot be softened by heating is known as thermosetting plastics. We have two examples here. One is a bakelite and melamine. Bakelite is nothing but it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, so that it is used for making handles of utensils and electrical switches. Melamine, it is a versatile material which is fire resistant and can be tolerate heat better than other types of plastics. Hence, it is used for making a floor tiles, fabrics that resist fire and kitchenware. Next, plastic is material of choice. Today, if we think of storing a food item, water, milk, pickles, dry food, etc., plastic containers seems most convenient. This is because of their lightweight, lower price, good strength and easy handling. Being a lighter as compared to the metals, plastics are used in cars, aircrafts and spacecrafts too. The list is endless if you start counting articles like slippers, furniture, decoration pieces, etc. Now we just discussed the characteristics of these plastic materials. The first one is that plastic is non-reactive. You know that the metal like iron get rusted when left exposed to the moisture and air. But plastics do not react with water and air, so that they are not corroded easily. That's why they are used to store various kinds of material, including many chemicals. The second point is plastic is a light, strong and durable. We are using buckets in our home. What is the material of buckets or a mugs you are using today? What are the advantages of using a plastic container? Because plastic is very light, strong and durable and can be molded in different shapes and sizes. It is used for various purposes. Plastics are generally cheaper than metals. They are widely used in industries and for the household articles also. The last point, plastic are poor conductors. Plastics are poor conductors of heat and electricity. That's why the electrical wires have a plastic covering, and handles of screwdrivers are made of plastics. Handles of frying pans are also made of plastics. Now we are going to see about the special uses of plastic. Plastics find extensive use in healthcare industries for packaging tablets, threads used for stitching wounds, syringes, doctor's glues, and number of medical instruments. And it is used in cookware also, in microwave ovens for cooking food. In microwave ovens, the heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessel. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. It is used for non-stick coating of cookwares. As we know already about melamine, it is a fireproof plastics. Although even though synthetic fiber catches a fire easily, but it is interesting to know that the uniforms of fireman having a coating of melamine plastic to make them flame resistant. Plastics and the environment. When we go to the market, we usually get things wrapped in plastic or packed in polythene bags. So disposable of plastic, which is a major problem. So it is we have two things. One is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. A material which gets decomposed through natural process such as action by bacteria is called as a biodegradable substances. A material which is not easily decomposed by natural process is termed as a non-biodegradable substances. So under this disposable thing, we have two types of substances. One is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Biodegradable means it can decompose easily by natural process. With the help of action by bacteria is called biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means it cannot be easily decomposed by natural process. So, since the plastic takes several years to decompose, it is not environmental friendly. It causes environmental pollutions. Besides the burning process in synthetic materials, it's quite slow and does not get completely burnt easily. And in this process, it releases lots of poisonous fumes into the atmosphere also. So to minimize the environmental damage, we have to use 5R. 5R, they are refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose and recycling. We are going to use 5 R's to reduce the environmental damage which is caused by plastic. They are refuse. Refuse is nothing but you should not buy any things which you don't need. You have to refuse it. Come to the reduce. If you have any plastic material, you have to minimize the use of particular plastics in your daily lives. Reuse the items we already, instead of throwing them away. And repurpose, if we are not using something, alter it or change to use in a different way. Recycle, some plastic waste can be sorted and made into other things in recycling factories also. This helps us to reduce the carbon footprint.